Life for each of us is like a long journey. Along that path, sometimes we feel everything flows smoothly, but there are also moments when we face steep and rocky stretches full of challenges. Every person carries within them their own dreams and goals. It could be the aspiration to become successful, to be someone useful to society, or simply the wish to live a happy and peaceful life. Yet, on the road to realizing those dreams, there will be moments when we feel tired, discouraged, and want to give up. The pressures of life, unexpected difficulties, or even consecutive failures may make us question ourselves. Can I really do this? Should I keep going? At times like that, the most important thing to remember is this: never give up. Feelings of fatigue or sadness are simply an inevitable part of the journey of growth. If we stop, we will never know how far we could have gone. On the contrary, if we patiently move forward, each small step will bring us closer to our goals. Every challenge is an opportunity to strengthen our inner power and discover our hidden potential. And one day, when you look back, you will be proud that you did not quit. When we were little, we all went through the journey of learning to walk. Remember that time? You tried to take steps with your tiny feet, staggering and falling countless times. Sometimes you cried because of the pain. Sometimes you felt discouraged because you couldn't walk right away. But the miracle is, you did not give up. You stood up, tried again, took another step, and finally, you learned how to walk. This is the clearest proof that to achieve anything, we need perseverance. If you had given up back then, perhaps today you would not be confidently walking on your own 2 feet. Dreams and goals in life are just like that. They cannot succeed overnight. Imagine planting a seed in the soil. Can it become a green tree after just one day? Of course not. It needs time, water, sunlight, and consistent care. If you stop watering, stop caring, the seed will wither and disappear. But if you patiently nurture it each day, the seed will sprout and grow into a strong tree. Your dreams are like those seeds. They need to be nourished with faith, effort, and perseverance. Never stop watering your dreams, because only through consistent care can they bloom and bear fruit. On the journey of pursuing dreams, you will certainly fail at times. But what matters most is to understand that failure is not the end, but an essential part of learning. Think about scientists. When they conduct an experiment that doesn't succeed, they don't give up. Instead, they record the results, analyze the mistakes, and draw lessons. It is precisely through those trials and errors that they gradually move closer to great inventions. If scientists had simply given up in disappointment, our world today would surely lack countless important advances. Failure, in truth, is a wonderful teacher. It teaches us patience, teaches us to adjust our methods, and teaches us to grow after every setback. Great people in history all went through countless difficulties, but what they had in common was that they never gave up. They stood up again after every obstacle, kept walking forward even when challenges lay ahead. We can be like them too. If you view failure as a lesson instead of an ending, the road ahead will seem much brighter. Every fall is just a stepping stone bringing you closer to success. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Be strong like a scientist, steadfast like the great figures before us, and you will realize that resilience and not giving up is the very key that opens every door to the future. Thomas Edison is one of the greatest inventors the world has ever known. He was the one who brought humankind the light of the electric bulb. Yet few people know that before succeeding, Edison endured thousands of failures. It is said that he experimented more than 1,000 times before the bulb truly lit up. Imagine if you failed 1, 2, or even 10 times, you might give up, yet he persevered through thousands of attempts. That is the clearest proof of the power of persistence. Most people, after a few failures, would choose to stop. But Edison was different. He believed in his dream, believed that if he kept trying, one day he would surely find the answer. And indeed, it was his determination, his refusal to give up, that led him to brilliant success. More importantly, Edison did not view failure as shameful, but as an opportunity to learn. He once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This positive perspective turned every failed attempt into a stepping stone towards success. Edison's story teaches us a profound lesson. No matter how many difficulties we face, As long as we do not give up, believe in our dreams, and keep moving forward with perseverance, success will surely come. Michael Jordan, the name synonymous with basketball, and hailed as one of the greatest athletes in sports history. But his resounding success did not come from luck. It was built from countless failures. Jordan himself once shared, "I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost almost 300 games. On 26 occasions, my team trusted me with the game-winning shot, and I missed. I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." Those words carry a powerful message. Failure is not the end, but the very springboard that propels us to success. If Jordan had quit after missed shots, perhaps the basketball world would never have known such a legend. He turned failures into wonderful friends, turned pressure into motivation to rise higher. Think about the athletes you admire. They may have gone through countless failures on the court, but instead of stopping, they chose to train harder, strengthen their spirit, and then shine in the most crucial moments. Michael Jordan's story reminds us, failure is just a stepping stone. Every stumble is an opportunity to grow and move closer to success. If you persevere and believe in your own abilities, you too can write a glorious story like that of a great athlete. J.K. Rowling, the female author of the globally famous Harry Potter series, is a vivid example of the power of faith and perseverance. Few people know that before success, she went through an extremely difficult time. Rowling was a single mother, living in poverty, struggling to provide for her daily needs. In what seemed like a hopeless situation, she wrote the first pages of Harry Potter in small cafes, nurturing her dream of bringing a magical story to the world. Yet the path to publishing was far from easy. Rowling's first manuscript was rejected by many publishers. They believed the story had no potential and would not be well received. Faced with repeated rejection, anyone else might have lost heart and given up. But Rowling was different. She believed in the value of her story, believed that the characters and messages in Harry Potter deserved to be shared. Finally, after many failures, a small publisher agreed to release her work. And from there, Harry Potter became a literary phenomenon, loved by millions of readers worldwide, turning Rowling into one of the most successful authors of all time. J.K. Rowling's story reminds us, rejection is not the end, but merely a test of our perseverance and belief in our dreams.